mean, as far as your two starting offense and defensive teams, would you say you're veteran? I mean, where do you sit with your eighth graders? Let's talk about them.
It's typical middle school football, and it's typical for Withorn. We're heavy laden with eighth grade starters, which that's a good thing. Then we got the next level, seventh grade, do have sixth graders. We started at one point in the season with over 70 kids. We're down to about 43, 44 kids now. But I'm real proud with all of them. They've been working super hard over the summer. It's been a hot summer, but they've been putting the work in. And you're going to see the dividends tonight when we hit the field.
Are you going to play? Let's talk about the way that the format is set up here for the Jamboree. Your second period, the second 20 or the second half, the 20-minute running clock, will you filter in more of your reserve players, or are you going to keep them? You going to keep your starters in most of the game?
Well, this is the first contact we had all season. We did 7-on-7 camps, stuff like that, but we did no scrimmages. And so right now we want to fall out of this thing tonight. You'll see a lot of the ones playing.
Okay.
And it's going to determine who the starting lineup is next week. Right now we don't have starters named yet anywhere. But, tonight's going to be a telltale for next week.
And, of course, you got your QB1 and your number one running back with you. Who's your wide receiver?
We're wide receiver heavy. We got Kingsley out there at wide receiver. We got Maury out there at wide receiver. Who else we got, Kerr?
We got Sage, Gitcomb.
Yeah, Sage, a good ball player.
Will at tight end. He can be a receiver sometimes.
Will Davis, make note of that. Keep that in the back of your mind. I want you to watch Will Davis play football. He's a grown man playing middle school football.
Is that right?
And what's his number?
I know his nickname. What's
He's number 9. He's number 9.
Number 9. I will be watching.
All right.
We'll be watching.
I always ask the players the coaches bring up here. Takari, you prefer running the ball this year? Or you go for linebacker position? Which one do you prefer? Now, before you answer, I'm just going to tell you like I tell the girls like the guys that score now. They like the guys that score the touchdowns, throw the touchdowns. But tell us which position do you like better?
I like a linebacker better.
Okay, you like hitting
They
somebody.
like cracking heads.
I like defense.
Okay, all right.
So-
Elijah, I mean you the quarterback. Come on,
Yes, sir.
you like throwing and running the ball, don't you?
Yes,
Huh?
sir. Yes,
Well, there you go. I mean that makes total sense because that's what the girls like. And at this age, that's what it's all about.
So being two leaders on the team coming into this season, what goals do you all have for this season? Expectations? What do you want to achieve this year?
To be a better football team.
To make the team better and just push them to their hardest.
So what is the message that you all are giving your peers in 8th grade, but also those underclassmen? What are you saying to them every day?
I mean, just lock in, work hard, because normally in the locker room, bro, they're always playing around, not goofing off, and
not taking it seriously.
yes, basically.
Okay.
And sometimes coach got coming there saying, "Hey, get right," and coach let us talk to the team. We be like, "Hey, we gotta get this up because we need to get prepared for the season and stuff like that." So.
Drake, ask me what I like.
Well, I know you like Alabama football.
Well, no, about
We
middle
won't
school
hold out
football.
against him.
But,
He likes defense better, and Elijah likes the offense.
what do you like coaching the best?
Well,
do you like coaching the offense
well-
or the defense the best?
Well, offense always sell tickets, defense win championships.
There
My
you go.
motto to these guys every day, I like first downs and touchdowns. That's what I like.
Exactly. And that leads into my next question. We talked about the skill positions. What about the offensive and defensive line?
But, it's something that's kind of strange this year. We've got 4 guys that's over 270 pounds that's going to be on the offensive line. At one time, we go heavy offensive line. We put them on scales. We're up to 1,100 pounds across the front line.
Wow.
Goodness,
Wow.
great. That's big. Okay, so let's talk about. You and I are both Alabama fans,
Yes,
so
we are.
let's
Go
talk
Tide.
about the elephant in the room, and that's those but they're not elephants, they're tigers. They come from just south of here, the Mount Pleasant Middle School Tigers. They're the defending champs.
Yeah, they.
Now
come-
we know. I know that didn't leave a good taste in either one of you, all 3 of your mouths last year after that loss, did it?
Well, no, it did. No, it's always locked in the back of your mind. But I'm gonna give Dr. Pointer down there kudos. Approximately 4 years ago, we come up with this idea. Me and him sitting in the room together. We need to have a county championship, and so we went overboard and made that thing happen. And out of them 4 years, there have been 4 different champions in the county.
Isn't that amazing?
It's competitive.
Different champions.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get back to last year's game. All right. Guys, we're going to correct that. You plan on correcting that before you leave Whitthorne or what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, Takari looks kind of serious now. Now, Elijah, you're always smiling. See, you always. But Takari, when I start talking about Mount Pleasant Tigers, that grin kind of sunk a little bit. You got serious. So, I mean, you're going to take care of business this year, aren't you? I can see it.
Yes, sir.
We talked to Coach Rick Sykes, the new head coach at the EA Cox, and he was saying that they were a more disciplined team, and they are. What was his last quote, Drake? he was saying that. Basically said they're ready to play. So
he said the Cougars are the Cougars.
Oh yeah,
the Cougars are coming back. Is what Coach Sykes said.
I'm from Missouri. You got to show me this year, Coach.
We understand that. We understand that. But I'm telling you,
Coach Dickinson.
Yes, sir.
You've been around for a long time, coached at a lot of different levels. Probably retired 4 or 5 times. Talk a little bit about why you coach football. Why are you still doing what you're doing? You could be at some lake house somewhere, relaxing, enjoying your time, but you still come and show up day in and day out and work with these young men. Why do you coach football? Why Whitthorne Middle School?
That's an awesome, good question. I met with all the 8th graders today, and I discussed that with them. And I told them, I said, I'm getting old, and I still love what I'm doing. And I said, the reason I coached this game, Dr. Pointer, was, and I pointed at each kid. The kids are why I still coach this game. I love coaching kids. I love coaching kids football. And that's what I love about it is these young men every year. Different group, and that's why I do it.
And it looked like you got a couple of outstanding guys right there, captains of the football team, leaders of the team, and they look like they're hungry and ready to go tonight.
Yes, sir. They are. They're locked in, and I'm proud of these 2 guys. I'm proud of the whole team. We've got a resilient bunch of young men. Great coaching staff. We can't do without it. And also the community. We can't do without the community. I get out and ask for donations, and the community really steps up and helps Whitthorne Middle School with donations to feed the team, to dress the team, anything that we do. And if you folks out there listening right now and your heart feels heavy, I want you to call me next week, Coach James Dixon, 931-446-2028. Any amount of money will be appreciated. We appreciate everything. Our principal, Kara Skaggs, awesome. The administration over there, I enjoy being at Whitthorne School every day. I get out there and hang out in the cafeteria and buy tater chips with these kids in the lunch hours, talk to them, fist bump them. And so Whitthorne is a great place to be, folks.
And it takes a lot to put on a football team, and it takes a lot more to put on a good football team.
That's right.
Yeah, it takes a lot. And we appreciate your dedication, Coach James Dickinson, your dedication as coaching and being so personal and your humanity with the team. We appreciate that. And I'm sure the guys appreciate it now, and they will appreciate it a lot more in the future.
Oh, yes. It's amazing when you run into one of these kids that's 30 years ago coached, and they showing their daughter and their granddaughter. So it's rewarding. Coaching football is rewarding, and I wouldn't trade it for anything over the last 35 years. It's been a great journey for us. And I want to thank Front Porch Radio for allowing all this to go down. Folks over there, Delk Kennedy Broadcasting Company, Clayton Harris, the station manager, Drake, the big sports guy over there. We appreciate everything you do. Chris Pointer and the county school system down there, thank you for all the nice fields you making happen and everything like that. We are truly blessed here in Maury County now.
I couldn't. Truer words have never been spoken, Coach, and I know you well and your character, and I know the 2 young men sitting next to you. They're in the 8th grade now. If they started when they were 6th graders for you, and now they're 8th graders, I'm sure that 3 years has just flown by. It's hard to believe just how quick it goes by.
I give these kids nicknames, and I give Jakari 3 years ago nickname Preacher. You know what? I call him Preacher. and I got tied up the other day. Somebody said, what is your running back's name? I said, Preacher. He said, what's the real name? I said, Preacher.
I don't know.
So I nicknamed him Preacher off Friday Night Lights. You know, he's a quiet guy. He sits in the locker room quiet. But when he walks in that field, tries to the helmet on, he makes big noises.
It's turned. That light is turned on.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we couldn't win you. Hey, what do you know anything about Woodland? Is it Woodland?
Woodland.
Okay. Well, do you know anything about those guys?
Most of the coach staffs come out of Southern California. I met them a while ago for the first time.
It might be Air Woodland, and they might be throwing the ball all over the place. They're from California.
They said they run nothing but spread, and so I said, okay. I said, what do y'all run on defense? And he said, we really don't know yet. They said, what do y'all run? I said, I really don't know yet either.
Well, that's where Elijah and Takari come in. They're going to have to figure it out after the first couple of touchdowns by these guys. So.
Big time. And Elijah, why did you pick number 16, or did you have any choice in picking number 16?
No, he had his own choice.
Oh, did you?
I picked number 16 because I like Ohio State, and
hold on a minute.
See, I thought he was going to say Peyton Manning. He don't know who Peyton Manning is.
I look up to J.T. Bear, and he's one of my favorite players. And I picked 16 because of him.
Okay.
Hey, let me ask this right here, Elijah. Did you ever talk to your parents about me stalking you all last fall and all winter?
No, sir.
I mean, I was buying this cat tater chips and everything like that. Come on, he play football. He didn't play with me last year. He played in the youth league as a seventh grader, and he dominated over there. And finally, he come to me one day and he said, I'm playing football. And I said, hallelujah. He's playing football. So we're glad you came play football.
Your prayers would answer.
Football gods answered my prayers.
15, 20 packs of potato chips. Said it was a good investment. You see what I mean?
Whatever it takes, Coach.
That's it. That's it. Well, we certainly appreciate you all being with us tonight and wish you the best of luck. Coach, I know you want to get back over to your players and get ready for the 9 o'clock start tonight.
Taking on Woodland.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great game. Anytime you get a school out of Brentwood, Tennessee, come down and play here at this beautiful facility, it's great. And good thing about it this year, I've got some other Williams County schools on schedule this year. I got Brentwood Middle School coming down to play us here, Page Middle School coming down to play us here. So it's going to be an exciting year, because we discussed the other night. I said, we've been around football for many years, and we can count on one hand how many times Maury County schools beat a Williamson County school.
Right.
And so it ain't been many.
Right. So, not many.
So we're going to change it this year.
Well, just looking at the two guys that you brought up tonight, I got a feeling that you're going to be offensive heavy this year for some reason on the offensive side of the ball. There's going to be a lot of points put up and a lot of fireworks, and it's going to be a fun team to watch. I'm looking forward to it. So.
Yes, sir.
So Elijah, of course, playing linebacker, says it's going to be a defense is going to be represented too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quarterback one and linebacker. So,
yes, sir.
So you only play offense or defense? Both. I play
both.
Okay.
But I just like defense more.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, good luck tonight, James, with the Middle School Tigers, and good to talk to Elijah and Takara. Good luck with y'all tonight, and bring a victory home for the Tigers.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, guys.
Let's get ready for the prime time show. Okay?
All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Sounds good.
man.
Coach James Dickinson with the Middle School Tigers, and you're listening to the Maury County Public School Middle School Game Day Show, the Middle School Jamboree here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, Maury County Park. And the game gets underway at 9 o'clock tonight between Woodland and the Whitthorne Middle School Tigers. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
And welcome back. This is the Maury County Public Schools Game Day show.
Yes, sir.
And we are on the, would you call this the west end zone? Because the sun sets, is it kind of the northwest end zone?
Close enough.
All right, we're going to call this the northwest side end zone, just outside of Jim Cartwright Field, the newly carpeted, newly sports turf from Shaw Industries. And I'm telling you what, folks, it's pretty cool. What do you think? I like it.
Yes, it is.
I'd like to just get out there and run around on it kind of for a little while. And we've got with us right now, we've got the principal, Dr. Tara Skaggs, principal of Whitthorne Middle School, and she has brought her trusty athletic director with her, and his name is Justin Hudson. And this is both of you guys' 5th year. Did you come into the Whitthorne Middle School roughly the same time? I mean, you were both rookies back then.
Well, I was brought in as an interim principal in January 21. Justin was subbing for us at the time, and then I was able to hire him full time. So,
well, there you go.
We started our journey together.
So you guys have kind of cut your teeth together along the way.
We sure have.
And how's the journey been up to this point?
Oh, it's been fantastic. We've improved each and every year, and we're looking forward to another successful
Isn't
year.
that awful? And awful. Isn't that awesome when things? Isn't that awful when things work out? Isn't it awesome when things?
When a plan falls into place.
When a plan comes together and actually works. I mean, it's incredible. It doesn't give you a sense of just joy and pleasure when that happens.
Absolutely.
Justin, tell us about being what's the biggest challenge of being an athletic director at Whitthorne Middle School?
Well, Whitthorne has, as far as I know, we have the most sports of any middle school in the county. So we provide the most sports of any middle school in the county. So that's always a challenge. Sharing space, sharing fields, sharing practice facilities.
And can you tell us if you have the most sports of any middle school, tell us a couple of sports that you guys have that other middle schools don't have.
We offer swim. Not every school offers swim.
Bowling, golf.
We offer soccer, and only 5 schools in the county offer soccer. So, but we get a chance to co-op with some other schools too. So some kids from Hampshire have a chance to come and play soccer with us, or
what about volleyball?
Tennis.
We have tennis as well. We have volleyball.
Okay.
We pretty much have everything.
So you're an 8th grade math teacher on top of all your athletic director duties. I mean,
sir.
How do you get any sleep at night? When do you find time to sleep? Tara's over there for people that can't see Tara. She's over there laughing. I mean, really, when do you sleep if you've got papers to grade and lessons and I mean, you've got all this going on, and plus you've got to call the shots on being the athletic director.
Well, no, it's honestly. It's a hard work, but it doesn't feel like work because I love Whitthorne. I couldn't imagine myself being anywhere else. So it's enjoyable. When you do something that you enjoy doing, you don't mind putting some time in on it.
And you talk about, couldn't imagine seeing yourself being anywhere else or another school of Whitthorne. Talk about, Miss Ventura, laid out kind of her theme. And schools have themes from year to year, and Miss Ventura kind of laid out her theme for the district, which was so much more. And all of the things that happen within the school that people don't even know that happen. And, people just think it's about test scores or it's just about the academic side of things or just these various things that they just don't know. And could you talk a little bit about what makes Whitthorne Middle School so special?
Right. Well, to me, it's such a unique place because we have so many students. We're pushing 1,000 students. We have so many faculty. So there's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different backgrounds, environments. I used to say we have every range of students that you could think of, every background of students you could think of, from all walks of life. So just seeing all those people come together and mold into one community at the school, and the students get along with each other and are friends with people who don't look like them, don't come from where they came from. That to me, that just it's so diverse, but it molds into one Whitthorne that it just lights a fire under me because I love being a part of it and seeing that happen, especially with young people.
Dr. Skaggs?
It's truly a family, and it's great because we took a picture last year, I think, and it was all the former Whitthorne Tigers who now work at Whitthorne.
Wow.
And I'm included in that, and so this year we hired 2 more former Whitthorne Tigers, and so, we just all have fun together, we laugh together, we cry together if we need to. Everyone knows that they can lean and support on each other. We have kids that go through a lot of difficult times, and the kids rally around them. And yesterday, talked to a student who unexpectedly lost her father towards the end of the school year, and she was showing empathy towards one of my family members who had been sick and was asking about them. And then she said, "Do you need another goodie bag?" And I said, "No, but you know what? Let's make someone else a goodie bag or a goodie basket." And so everybody's always looking out for one another. And that's what it makes it special.
And I remember a conversation we had about my daughter, and you're talking about, and I'm talking about Nyla at this point, when we were talking about just so much more. And you were saying that, you had Nyla was in the office and, she was helping out, and you talked to her about, just a firm handshake, looking somebody in the eye. That goes far beyond, reading, writing, and arithmetic. That just goes into a life lesson. And we talked about earlier about how you all as educators in the classroom, literally 7.5+ hours a day for 10 months, really, have these young people within your grasp and reach more than oftentimes the parents do, especially if it's a single parent that working multiple jobs, and you all kind of fill that void and almost become a surrogate in a lot of regards. And I think that oftentimes that gets overlooked for the value in which you add and place in a kid's life and how important it is. Just like you said, like this young lady just lost her father, so you have to become something different then. That young lady doesn't need somebody to say, "Hey, I want to make sure that your subject and verb agree." You know what I mean?
Right.
I need to make sure you just you have a complete sentence. She needs somebody just to truly love and be there for her and be something completely different. Can you talk a little bit about, outside of the academic rigor that you all do so well, and you talked about the test scores improving, but talk a little bit about beyond that, that's so much more piece.
So last year we were able to start student council. Caliente Conway Glenn helped me get that going. And that really was a launching pad for a lot of projects and different things that we did. We now have one of our faculty members' father is working with us, and we're going to be starting a mentoring program.
Oh, wow.
And we're looking at having about 50 students have a mentor come in once a week.
Outstanding.
And that's going to be community partners, allowing employees to take off early, possibly. A lot of organizations, churches, different places around Maury County have said they would help us financially. They've got a nice budget to be able to make sure everybody's background checked and with all the fingerprinting and all those things. So, we're just trying to make kids ready for the real world. And like you said, that's not just the core content that they go in to learn and take a state test. And so we're all about the whole child. And there is so much more about the students of Whitthorne. And I'm excited. I've got some young staff members who are those social media gurus. And so I've kind of got a new branding team. And they're already talking about how to, show that we are so much more. And so watch for us on social media. We're going to have a presence this year.
Dr. Skaggs, would you agree that you talked about starting a student council? Empowering these students to give them to choose their own direction, and that empowers them through a governmental type of an election, a democracy of sorts, to be able to govern themselves and give them a voice themselves. And at this age, 12, 13, 14 years, that is so dang important. Wouldn't you say? I mean, it was important to me.
Right.
Because you feel as though you've gotten out of grammar school and you're getting into middle school and you're getting grown up and, all these things are happening, your body's changing, and you just kind of want to scream out, but you're not being heard. And so would you agree that something as simple as developing or starting a student council is just so important?
Yes, it gives them a voice and an outlet. And, one of the things was we didn't want just the academic kids in there. We wanted kids from all walks of life. And so it's just been really interesting to watch that group come together. They've got wonderful ideas. They want to have almost like a Tiger Cafe where kids can come and have a place to hang out and buy snacks. And we're creating an outdoor classroom, so we partnered with Fernwood, and we were able to plant trees, and we're going to have the Master Gardeners Club has been coming out and helping us, and we're going to have like a 3-phase project out there. So we're bringing a lot of community resources in now to help us fulfill the dreams of these kids because they deserve it.
And a lot of, in today's world, especially here in the state of Tennessee, we hear so much about testing and so much about how, and really, to be honest with you, we get a lot of the bad noise about public education. But I think you both will agree with me that it's not necessarily, yes, it is about the learning process. It is about tests. It is about staying on a certain level. And as you progress through school, you should be held to certain standards. But it's not all about testing when it comes to a child's progression and education through life. Would you agree with that?
I mean, we're raising them to be the future generation, and so the learning comes.
There's a lot involved in that.
Yes.
Besides just getting a certain math score or reading score or whatever the score, whoever is looking for that. It's so much more than that, and it's kind of frustrating, and I know it's frustrating for you guys to make people understand that. I don't know. That's just kind of I'm getting off my stump, but I mean that's just kind of the way I feel about it, and I hope you guys do too, and I hope there's other people out there that realize, it's all these wonderful children that are brought together at Whitthorne, at E.A. Cox, at Mount Pleasant Middle. They all have different needs and different. They're raised from different families, but the process should all be centered on the kids and getting them adjusted and well adjusted in their progression through life. So
before we let you go, tell us, what you're most excited about going into this school year. What excites you the most?
I'll let you go first.
I'm excited about all of it. Academically, I'm excited. We had a lot of growth this last year. I'm excited athletically. And something I'm really excited about, and this was something that Mr. Pointer and I talked about, we started talking about 2 years ago. Of course, I'm a math guy, so I was running some data on our student athletes. And we found out that our student athletes are usually our best students in the building as a whole. The GPA is usually higher with student athletes. So we have a lot of scholar athletes in our building. So just getting to experience, and of course in 8th grade, one of my favorite things about teaching 8th grade is being a part of that transition from middle school to high school. And being involved in academics and athletics, getting to experience that with a new group of students, with a new group of 8th graders. And then with the football team this year, we have several of our football players that are some of our best athletes that are playing football for the first time for Whitthorne. They might have played football, in youth or whatever, but they're suiting up for Whitthorne for the first
Elijah.
time. Right, and then Will Davis, Braylon Hill. We have and they went really, really far in baseball last year. And they're suiting up for the first time in football, and they're also going to play basketball as well. I guess they just decided their 8th grade year they're just going to do it all. But
good for them.
They're also great students as well. So just getting to experience every aspect of life with those students, school life with those students throughout the school years is the part that I love the most.
Justin, I know you've been at Whitthorne for 5 years. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Maury County.
Okay.
I went K through 12 at Hampshire, so I said as far as school life, I've experienced the two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Small unit school compared to a.
Yeah, I graduated with 20 students, and 13 of us were there together, K through 12. So
wow,
that's amazing. I mean, that is truly amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I tell my students about that, and it blows their mind. I say, I'll have a class in there, and I'll say, if we were in this class right now and 4 of y'all got up and left, that would be my graduating class, and they can't believe it. But
that's unreal.
But yeah, I love Maury County schools. I'm a product of Maury County schools. So being able to be a part and to give back and invest in the future of our county is something that I truly cherish getting to do.
Dr. Skaggs, what are you most excited about?
I'm just excited about day one. On Monday, we had open house for our new 5th graders on Wednesday and brought our 6th through 8th in last night. I'm just excited to see what we can do this year. Between the staff, the students, the parents, everybody is just excited. We're ready to run. And I believe that we're just going to keep crushing our goals, both academically, athletically, just building great, creating great students for the future.
And every year is a new year. I mean, and the slate is wiped clean. New children, new kids come. 8th graders leave. New 6th graders come in. They're in a new experience. You guys are there to help them along and get acclimated to that new experience. And I'm sure that's just got to be very, bring you a lot of joy in your life. Rewarding to see these kids that probably come in a little scared, a little worried, a little apprehensive about coming into Whitthorne, see them get adjusted, and then next year they're a 7th grader, next year they're an 8th grader. They've totally changed in 3 years. And it's just amazing.
You don't know how many 8th graders last year, when we'd have the conversation, it's like, remember how you were in 5th grade? 6th grade, and now you've blossomed into this wonderful student. It took, for some, it took a little bit longer than others, but they grow, and it's just, that's the great thing about being in middle school is you get to see them for 4 years and see them go through that maturity process. And
it happens so fast at that age that you're just amazed as an adult to watch somebody that is in a shell socially, and then within 2 years, they're class president or something. It's mind-boggling and wonderful all at the same time. So
and I just want to tell you guys, thank you for the fight. Thank you for showing up every day. Thank you for the commitment and the resilience, because no matter what you're going through personally, you have to show up for those kids day in and day out. And I think oftentimes people don't realize how important that is. Myself having 3 kids in Maury County Public Schools and understanding what you all sacrifice day in and day out for just other people's children doesn't go unnoticed.
We see you.
And I appreciate you coming with just a level of openness and willingness to transform lives and committing yourself to that each and every single solitary day. And I just want to say, I know y'all are going to dominate this year. I know y'all are going to have an outstanding year. You keep getting better year after year. I know athletics are going to be great. Academics are going to be great. Your arts, the entire school environment. So hats off to you guys and your entire team, and just go out there and kill it this year.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for being with us.
Absolutely.
We certainly appreciate it, and keep doing the great work that you do, and just turn all that outside noise down a little bit. Everything is just going to be great. So thank you so much.
Of course, the Whitthorne Middle School Tigers taking on Woodland at 9 o'clock tonight, so that should be exciting. It's Dr. Kara Skaggs and Athletic Director Justin Hudson, Whitthorne Middle School Tigers, and go Tigers. You're listening to the Maury County Public School Game Day Show, the Middle School Game Day Show, the Middle School Jamboree here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, Maury County Park. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this timeout.